I'm just doing my things with pool, basically. We're gonna be doing a whole lot today regards to um, stop shot and all kinds of other stuff. But for now, let's uh let's see how it goes, right? I need to move this microphone somehow on the way back and then go from there. But anyways, I'm just gonna try to do something here real quick and then we're gonna do the live stuff. So let's do that. But thank you all for coming in. There's probably gonna be a whole lot of other people coming in here shortly, hopefully, and then we'll go from there. But I'm gonna try to do as much as possible as far as everything goes, like just learning stuff, and yeah, that's about it. So first, just doing these little stop shots, or well, not necessarily a stop shot, but I actually have my phone this time in order for me to understand um, how everything works. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, so let's do a random ones where I just do a little bit like this and a little bit like that, and then we'll go from there. Thank you all for coming in. But like I said, just doing little bit by little bit. If you guys have any questions, please do let me know. Uh, I will try to answer as many questions as possible. But what you're seeing on the screen here is my 3D printed precision tool that helped me a whole lot with everything from cutting to balls to banking, all kinds of drills. Really, it helped me tremendously when it comes to all of that. So I don't know how much there is a lag or anything. Um, I heard there's about, I don't know, 30 seconds lag or something like that. So if you guys don't mind hitting that, what's it called? Like button, just because, yeah, there you go, like button. Appreciate you all. There's probably gonna be 1,000 people here shortly or soon, but I'm gonna practice all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna answer all kinds of questions. So stick around. Um, let's do, I don't know how many balls we have here. Two, four, six, 8 balls, right? So let's do 8 times stop shot. Okay. So what is a stop shot? You hit right below the center, and then I'm gonna basically the ball should stop somewhere around here. A good stop shot is immediate stop, right? Where like something like that. That's a good stop shot. What is a bad stop shot? Well, kind of like this. Let me demonstrate. See, it will roll just a little bit back, okay? It's not bad, it's just, sometimes you want to be exactly where you want to be, right? So, well, you guys can't even see, but this is what I wanted to show you, right? So I'm hitting right below the center, okay? And then just see, this one was not the best, right? Because what happened again is that the ball rolled back. That means either my power was too much or I hit it really below. Now that I did intentionally just to get your attention. Now that was a basic stop shot where um, I faked the ball. Okay, so I hit the cue ball a little bit below, but then also to the left. And what happens with this one? It goes to the right. Therefore, the precision is off. So if you are very new to playing pool, I urge you guys never to try yet I mean, not till you don't get to put some like balls in, like, two, three balls in a row, because it's gonna offset your precision. It's gonna prolong your journey to become a better pool player. So, hi, Hoisey. Hi, everyone. If you guys don't mind, just say something in the chat. If you guys also don't mind, please do leave a like. Um, and then, well, I guess this wasn't set up right. Um, and I don't know why right here. I guess there was something right here. So the ball just kind of like, went to the side. That means I need to clean it. What are you guys up to tonight? Anyone playing pool? Um, I know I am practicing right now. I have another tournament this week, Wednesday, so I should be prepared for that. I think the Fargo I've been gonna be playing is like close to 600 or something. I don't know. Where can we? Oh, right here somewhere. It's like a button. Okay, so this training. So you have a little bit smaller one, and then a little bit bigger, and then you get three of those. I built them on a daily basis, and I send them the same day. Basically, that's what I do. Uh, I started doing it for myself only, but then um, you know people ask me in pool halls like, "Hey, what is this?" I'm like, well, this helped me a lot. And what I mean by a lot is, for example, if I wanted to do like a cut shot, right? So, like something like this, cutting this ball, it's fine, but making it through this little ring makes it a lot harder, right? You see that? Did you see that? I went two rails and through this ring without touching it. But again, this is what we're dealing with, okay? So here, just a second, like this. So if the ball is so about 1 or 2 millimeters on the side. Is this even set up right? Oh, it's not. That's why. Okay. So you have to actually, this here needs to point into the pocket, right? And obviously the ball too. So, and looks like I didn't do it right again. But that's what I'm trying to explain. Like, those are the things that you want to practice. Um, so let me see this one a little bit off, just a little bit off. There you go. There you go. That should work. So you have to set it up, and then practice your cut shots like this, or banking, or anything really. So, but for now, I'm gonna just do follow, stop shot, and draw shots, or spin back, or however you guys. I don't know. Everyone has its own terminology. Um, but if you guys don't mind clicking that button right there, that would be cool. Whoever is hitting that heart button, I appreciate you a lot. Um, so this is a draw. Should we attempt to make two balls at the same time? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna, okay, let me make this one in first. Okay, now I'm gonna put this ball right there. Hopefully it doesn't go in. But I'll attempt to put both of these balls at the same time in. Well, that's kind of tough when it's like way out. But if it's like that, it should go straight in. How do you apply this? You play a simple bottom spin, okay? And you see that both of them are rolling in, right? So what happens actually in physics, or physics of billiards, or dynamics, however you want to say, when you apply a bottom on a cue ball, that actually transfers. So when you're playing a bottom, right? So you see how the ball is rolling backwards, right? Well, when this one rolls backwards, this one actually attempts to do forward, right? So it's already traveling, but that forward, once it hits that ball, that forward puts it all the way through, right? So it's a pretty neat trick I learned a long time ago. But sometimes, like let's say I'm on the eight ball, I'm on the eight ball, and I can't shoot here, here, anywhere. The only way I can do that is if the ball is either like a little bit more on the pocket, and the only thing I can do is play straight. See, now that was my mistake because I hit the ball on the side. Okay, so let's try to do that again. I put a little spin on it, and that's the part where I was trying to explain a little bit of a spin, and especially this is not my primary cue. This is not my primary cue. It has a soft tip on it, which what happens is when you have a soft tip like this, right? Well, you can't guys see it. When you have a soft tip like this, it's very touchy on a cue ball, meaning that just a little, one little millimeter actually um, makes it worse. So let's try it again here. Uh, did I set this right? I think I did. Well, let's see. Nope, I did not. I guess I did not. Maybe it's just because I'm allergic to eight ball at the very end. That happens to me a lot, even in tournaments. I'm not allergic, but what happens is, like when you're like winning or even losing, doesn't matter. You basically have that thing. Oh my God, I'm on the eight ball. I try to block that out. It's just that my brain sometimes does not want to. So, but we can do something like this too with two balls, and then you progress with just like a little like this. You can do two balls at the same time and do that. But like I said before, we can progress a little bit where we put this thing a little further out, right? So now the precision increases because you can't really hit um, the ring, or actually not even close, like it has to be perfectly executed, right? So I'm gonna put this right in the middle. Okay, so that's what, and then you can do further and further out, right? I practice also bank shots with this too, meaning that I set that ring up somewhere on the side, and then I do banking shot, meaning that it has to go clearly through the ring and then into the pocket, because my pockets are quite big, I would say. On my pool table, they're pretty big. For stand, it's just that I never wanted to like change them. I kind of want to, but not really. Reason why is just because, when friends come over, they might not be playing as well. So I do have a pocket reducers when I play on this pool table with another, let's say, semi-pro, pro, whatever. I When we play, then I put those pocket reducers on, which is really good. What are you guys up to? Uh, everyone is kind of quiet today. What's going on? By the way, thank you for the likes. I truly appreciate it. Um, I hope if you have any topics we want to discuss, please let me know. So let me do this real quick. And then I'm gonna do different kinds of uh, plays. I'm gonna do five balls. No, I'm gonna not five. Let's do four balls at the same time. I mean, not going in, but something like this. One, two, three, four. Okay. They need to be perfectly aligned, number one, but I also need to perfectly hit that ball. Why? Is just because even if I slightly offset this ball, this one is gonna go to the right, this one is gonna go to the left, and this one way off. Let's try to do this real quick. Hey, that worked out. Okay, we're down to 3 balls. The magic in this is just basically hitting it. Ah, see, that's that. There you go, that one. See what I mean? You guys think this is easy. It's not. It's only easy on a TV or your screen. We can play a game too if you guys would like. Maybe breaking. Let me know. We can do all kinds of stuff. But for now, let's just practice. I don't know if I'm allowed to play music or anything, so I'd rather not. By the way, 100 people in now, right? We hit that like button, please, just because it does help me with the algorithm and all of that. And you want another pool players come in, right? Stop shot. Another thing that someone asked me just the other day is follow through, right? So, how does the follow through work? Well, you hit the top, obviously, but watch this. Okay, watch this. Look at that. The cue ball almost went in, right? You have to be careful with the speed when you're doing top spins. You have to be careful with that. Um, the only thing here you really need to be careful about is to measure the distance and also how fast you are going to apply that spin, right? Basically, so the faster you do, like let me show you right now. So the faster I do this, obviously cue ball is gonna follow. See that? So in other words, I'm on the 8 ball. I just lost, right? Because I also scratched on the 8 ball. So best thing to do, if let's say, let's just say the 8 ball is here, right? And we are solids, okay? So you can play here two things. You can draw the ball back and then play the 8 ball, or if you play carefully, you can have the 8 ball for this side, right? And it's closer, much better, right? So that's the only part where I would say to play a top, if you don't have any angle. What I'm trying to say, let's say on the angle, okay, we're gonna recreate the same shot, right? Where, but we're gonna have a slight angle, not, I mean, but slight angle like this, right? Just slight angle. It's perfectly enough for the ball to just roll into it. See, and then you have for the 8 ball right there. Those are the little things that help you progress as a good pool player or become better, right? So we can do another thing here. I did here, I basically hit the 8 ball and then, you know, but we can do something like kind of like this. Watch. Where I put a little bit of a bottom, right? And there's a cue ball. So that would be my personally, that's how I would play. Like that would be my thing if I had just a slight angle. If I don't have an angle, I put a top on and I try not to obviously scratch with the 8 ball. So, should we do this again? 4. Let's do 5 balls. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you can. Okay. Let's do 5 balls. Who's comment uh, a trick if you guys want me to do a trick? Some light one, like something that actually fits in this area, just because I can't move the camera at this point all the way back. All right, that worked out. That worked out. If you don't have the ring or you don't get it, what you can do, but it's harder, that's why I build it. What you can do is take two balls, right, like this, and then move the ball across like this, okay? Well, kind of like straight. Or just put it like this. And then move this ball a little bit away and this ball a little bit away. Now, now you have similar execution for this one too, right? So let's well, this one is a little bit off, but now you have a perfect execution where I'm gonna place right in between those two balls and through the ring into the pocket. So that can help you out. It's just the problem with that is you have to always set them up. This is always constant, right? So you don't have you're not losing time on doing those things. So um let's do three balls now again. And have you noticed that I'm chalking every so often? Not every time. Not every time. Hey, I made three balls right one after another. By the way, hit that like button, please. The like button. I don't know. Obrigado. Thank you. Dankeschön. Hvala. Spasiba. I don't know what other language do you want me to say because I speak all of those. Literally, I speak all of those. And I understand and speak. Muito obrigado. And danke dir sehr, which means also thank you very much. Should we do some cut shots? What do you guys think? By the way, I'm gonna stick around here for a little bit too. And thank you again for those likes and all of that. Appreciate you a lot. Seriously, I do. Cut shots. Let's switch to cutting the balls. Okay, so I'm gonna move this here a little bit like this. Point towards the pocket. I'm gonna move you guys here too. Okay, and now we're gonna be, well, it's gonna be much easier if I put it a little bit further out here, just because in case it falls down, I can actually show you on the camera. So, cutting the balls, but very fast. And then I'll show you some things how to apply a perfect, also like, you know, with the cue ball. Okay, how to apply with the cue ball a perfect spin that way, like this one, for example. I'm gonna be playing bottom right. Okay, you saw where the cue ball went. The cue ball went here and came back here. Now I'm gonna just do straight, like normal straight shot. Now you see where it went, right? It went there and then just straight. Now I'm gonna move these balls right there. I'm gonna do similar. Now I'm gonna do top. Let me do top left. Watch where the cue ball goes. Did you see that? It went all the way around. So that's what's called a cue ball control, right? When you need to split some balls or you want it to be on the opposite side or something like that, right? Now we're gonna do a we're gonna do fast as fast as I can. Is this even pointing into the right direction? It is, I think. As fast as I can. As long as I set up the ball the way it's supposed to. How many was that? 4? I need to count sometimes or just see the top. Okay, this one, the reason why it didn't go in is just because I put too much left. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna try to make both of them in. I'll try. Nope. But hey, that's what the practice does, right? What are you guys up to tonight? Anyone playing pool? Okay, that was 5 or 6 balls. No, actually 7. There you go. That was fast, right? Fast enough for you guys? Or should we do it faster? um, Let me know. Can you guys hear me well? Everyone can hear me well? Thank you for stopping by the way, and watching. And we're gonna go, let's go to a whole new level. I don't know why I'm chalking every single time, to be honest, because with this chalk, it's not needed. It's just not. I chalk maybe every, I don't know, 10 balls, something like that. Oh, God, again? I don't know why I did that. I'll try to knock that one out. Go, go, go. I'm gonna try to knock both of them out now. I guess I'll just keep on replacing it, right? Where's the fun in that, right? Just kidding. I knocked them out. So now, what I was trying to say to you before, so now, an example, okay, the cue ball control. What I'm gonna try to do here is I'm gonna try to pocket this ball, obviously, but I also want to play cue ball to go right here and through this ring, at least touch it, but really like narrow to that. And that's called super precision. Oh no. Almost. Hey, at least it touched it, right? So I was planning on just leaving it kind of like like this, and then just come like this. We can try that again, huh? What do you guys think? Um, Again, with this one, it's super easy to do because all you have to do is just to play a little bit of a top, top left, I mean top right spin. Come on, touch it. Nope. See, I played it too soft. This one is a little bit closer to the pocket, right? So again, same thing, but I didn't put the spin. I wanted to come back here and pull all the balls out. What are you guys up to tonight? By the way, thank you all for 100 of you being here, watching, and hitting the like button. Appreciate it. And whoever is hitting those hearts, thank you again. Does anyone want to learn something today? We can do that. Da-da-da-da. Cutting like this is okay. I'm gonna try to split these two balls by applying a spin, making that pocketing that. I think it's set up right like this. There you go. Pocketing and then splitting these. Because if I just do it like this, watch. I didn't split them, right? So I'm going to be playing just a little bit of a top left. See? And now I split and I can play my next shot. You know, it would be cool to have Efren Reyes here, right? Imagine that. Um, but he's probably sleeping now. Oh my God, I put it too much spin. I don't know. Today is not my day, maybe. I don't know. I just, I'm trying my best. Um, Now I'm gonna do something like this. Gonna try to pocket the eight. Um, Hit that ball right there and pocket the eight in, just like that. Would that be a legal play? Yes. A lot of people you say, oh, that's a foul because you hit another ball. That is true in bar rules. But in most leagues, I would say 90, as long as you call the pocket, it doesn't matter whether the ball goes off of six ball. If you call this pocket, this is your end route. That's where it doesn't matter whether you hit 16 balls or it went straight. Um, it just doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna try to bank the nine ball. Well, not bank it, but basically put it through this. Um, just because the way it's set up, I like it. I'm gonna try to bank it. You see that? And that's how I practice banking. Okay, so this is very hard to do because of, again, we're talking about the diameter of this. Okay, so that's why, like, this is with the super precision, right? So I would do these constantly till I don't, get it the right way. Okay, what else do you guys want to learn? Let me know in the comments, by the way. Um, let's. I'm gonna try to squeeze the cue ball. Let me see something. I'm gonna try to squeeze the cue ball behind, like literally right here, and then either touch this or actually go way behind it. For that, requires a lot of spin. Okay. Oh no, I that was too much spin. I guess. So, or this wasn't actually set up, maybe, right? I don't know. Let me reattempt that. The thing is, it's just that it's way too close to the rail. That's why. But doing it like this shouldn't be a problem. Not for me, at least. There you go. Perfect. I went not, behind it, but that's just enough. If you hear something fall in the pocket, did you hear that? That's because I hit into this ball right here, and then I knocked the nine ball that was actually lingering around. Why do I have two different cue balls? Well, it's a simple thing to say. One is basically telling me how am I applying my spins, and this is just a regular ball, right? I have three of them. There's another one somewhere here around that helps me with precision when it comes to like braking or anything like that. Why do I like that one? It was not costly, but $50 for one ball. Yeah, it's not it's not it's not that simple, right? Um Come on. Don't do that to me. Um did I set this right? Let me see. It looks set up right. Yeah. Um, let's try it again. There you go. Okay, now it's set. Um, the ball actually leaves the chalk on the ball every single time you hit, and um, that way you can measure how well you're hitting the cue ball, right? In the center or a little bit below center and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, muito obrigado. I'm gonna be applying bottom right every single time for these, just because it's much easier for me to pick up the cue ball. That's why I want my cue ball to hit here, come back that way, just for the practice purpose. I think I'm gonna miss this one, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Close. Reason why I said that because it wasn't set up right on from the beginning. And the 8 ball. There you go. Do you guys have any questions? Feel free to ask. All 100 of you are in here. I hope we can. The other day there was like 500 people though, which was kind of cool though. Now this one I'm gonna play. I'm gonna hit here and then hit the 7 ball. Oh, close. Let's redo it. Redo. There you go. Much better. Now I'm gonna try to hit the 12 ball, which is right here. Now I'm gonna take the 12 out, but I'm gonna pull a little bit back and hit the 5 ball, or try to. Those are like specific, drills. See how close I was? So those are specific, very specific drills, and extremely hard because not only do I have to think about making the ball into the pocket, but I also have to think about when I apply the spin that the ball goes straight through the ring and then hit specific ball, right? Which in this case, I'm gonna be playing. I want to hit the 10 ball, not 15, but 10 ball. You see what I'm talking about? That's the precision I'm looking for. See, I missed it by just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna try to do 15 now, which is a little bit of a top left. There you go. That worked out great, didn't it? And again, bottom right. What are you guys up to? By the way, thanks for stopping by and watching me play. I'm practicing. So I'm just practicing. What about you guys? What are you guys up to today? All 100 people here. Let's do a little bit of a like this. Okay, now I have to hit the 7, D8, into the 2, through the ring. Okay. And make sure I make them all. Hey, that worked out well. Now, this is obviously a foul. For those that don't know, you can't play 8 ball like that ever, because you have to hit. I mean, you can't, you just can't. There's a lot of different leagues and rules. Okay, I'm gonna do a forward. Actually, this is gonna be a perfect, like, I'm just gonna do like pure left. Pure left. See that? But did you see where the cue ball went? It was like it hit the all the way up. So how do you fix that? Well, let me show you. When you're applying any of those left and right spins, you have to compensate the what's it called? The deflection, right? So if I hit more left here, I need to hit that ball more on the right side. That way it turns out perfectly. So I'm gonna do a little bit like this. I just need to fix the ball. Okay. So again, I'm gonna do it the same way. Just pure left. See that? Much better, right? So that's why I'm saying when you're doing stuff like that, you have to, you have to be careful um, on the object ball to make sure you apply enough for the deflection. So come on, go in. I'm gonna knock that one out. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit the ring because the 12 ball is not aligned. I thought so. But look, look, look. Almost both of them went in. Almost. Can I make both of them go in now? 15 and 12. With these, when the ball is kind of like that, what you see on the side, with those, the only thing what actually I figured out that it helps, it's not about playing a bottom or anything, but you basically just play slow. That's it. It's a simple slow. See that? So for those that say, oh, the balls need to be straight in order for to pocket both of them in, uh, some true is to that, but you saw me actually making both of the balls go in, even though they are not aligned. Like you see the cut, right? So the simple solution, like I said, to that is playing slower and with a little bit of a bottom right or bottom left. So I'm streaming already for the 47 minutes. Wow. I don't know. Usually I do about an hour. Um, and yeah, see when I'm very quiet, I do stuff. And another thing I wanted to mention is you will not see me very often unless I'm not like thinking. I always follow through, meaning that like watch like this. Well, I was I was focused on follow through. Not I didn't even look at the ball. But follow through meaning like I stayed there. Unless the ball excuse me, unless the ball are like this close, follow through has to be very short. So yeah, made that too. I'm gonna try to draw it back to the place. I wanted to knock that off. Just a second, let me do something here real quick. One, two, three, four. I overcut it. I knew it. It's just because I was looking, it was like this, so I kind of overcut it. So now I'm gonna try to, you guys see this ball here? You do. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut this one into the pocket and come back and hit the 11 ball. Um, I'll try. Not saying I can do it, but I should. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't be. I'm a good pool player. Watch. See, that's all about cue ball control. What are you guys up to today? By the way, thank you for all the likes. You know, hit the like button. Tap the screen if you don't mind. That'll be perfect. Good. This was good, right? Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna head out to eat something just because I'm hungry. But thank you all for watching and stopping by. Okay.